Hello and welcome back to Ultimate Admiral Dreadnoughts. It is now patch 1.7, and don't worry if you were following along with my Chinese campaign. I did finish it. I have 3 more episodes that I have recorded that are ready to be uploaded, so don't worry, that campaign will be finished. Well, it is finished, but you're gonna get to see it. Now though, 1.7, a lot of new hulls and ship parts that were, well, some of these were promised for 1.6, but they were delayed until 1.7. So let's go and try and build some of these. I probably won't have time for all of them. I think I'm just gonna ignore the 1890 stuff. Unless you really want to see that stuff, then I can do another video with those. We're gonna start out with the Americans. They got a couple new battleships and some new gun parts, I think. Yeah. Nice. So the 2 new American hulls are Dreadnought 4 and 6. 4 is available from 1914 to 1927. 6 is available from 1916 to 1927. So let's do 4 first. Let's see what kind of towers we have. That's neat. With a built-in barbette. That looks similar. Yeah, they're all pretty similar. Very good tower spotting. 8,500 in 1914. That's pretty nice. As for secondary towers, we've got a couple of options. You got these being basically just like improved versions of the same tower, the large secondary tower, enhanced and tall. And then the cage masts. Also very good tower spotting for a secondary tower. And only 413 tons. That is, that's something. Of course, this one is a lot better, but yeah, let's just do the best one. If I turn it backwards by holding down shift when you select it, you can turn it backwards, but I think it looks better the way it was intended. Actually, funnels 34 for the best one. This one has damage control. You can only fit one. Maybe you could fit more? Pick the smallest ones? No? Just one then. So I think 28, but with 17.5 damage control, I think that's the best one here. Can you maybe fit more if you pick these ones? Is it possible? No, still not. Like so. That's not great engine efficiency, but I'm sure we can get that better. 21 knots. Is decent, I think. %78 engine efficiency, and with induced, that's not bad. That's not bad for well, it's 1916 now, but it's available from 1914. And with the red tops too. For at least the Mark IIIs. 14 is not only Mark II in 1916, so but a couple of years later they would be Mark IIIs and possibly have the red turret tops. So I'm just gonna cheat a little bit and use the 13-inch guns instead, just because they look more right. We can turn those up to 13.9 and just pretend they are 14-inch guns. Just for the case of this build, I don't have to go and change into a different ear. Reinforced barbette, low profile. That's neat. That's also new. Low profile barbette. High profile. How does that look? That is pretty big. I think I like the low profile one. You can build something like this. Yeah, it's a 4-weight offset, so I'd have to move everything back a little bit, but that's not too bad. I like the look of that. I forget the class name, but there was one that had triples and doubles in a layout like this. I do like the new turret models, and yeah, they would be you'd be able to get the 14-inch Mark IIIs a couple of years later. Let's just check when those are available. 1920. The ships should still be available here. Let's add that big tower again, and yes, 14 Mark IIIs. They do have that look. So that is possible, and yeah, they look nice. It's nice to actually get some more color on your ship parts, including the white on the top part of the tower there. Nice. Now, Dreadnought 6, also a new hull. Available from 1916 onwards. What kind of towers do you have available here? The smallest one looks similar to the one in the last one. Same with the biggest one. It's basically just the same tower model, just rescaled and with better stats. Yeah. And with casemate mounts. Very nice. $6,750 spotting for 10,000 for this one. Very nice. You're gonna have a lot of view range even without radar. With some good torpedo spotting too on this tower. As for funnels, you got the same funnel selection as the previous hull, and again you can only fit one on the built-in slot here. I do think that funnel probably looks a little bit better. Yeah, would be nice if it was possible to place another one here and just remove the lifeboats. But that seems to not be the case. So you can make something like a Colorado, I think, with this one. Are you badly placed now? There you go. Again, a bit of a 4-weight offset, but we can probably tinker with that. And turbo electric drive too is possible. Let's go 50 for the crew training. Let's try and fully build this ship. Because there's been some changes to ship weights as well, apparently. All or nothing, I guess. Yeah, it's American, so that makes sense. Ammo 110, 110. Yeah, no, they have not increased ammunition since 1.6. 1.6 reduced ammunition a lot from previous patches, which is why you often end up running out of ammo. Let's see, what's the flash fire chance now? 6.5%. Even with tube powder and TNT too. Okay. 7.3 with electrical. 6.9. Overweight. Let's see if we can salvage this. 7 is probably good enough for the turret top. It can go through the roof of a similar turret, but only at max range. Okay, let's make it 8. And 6 on the main deck, I guess. Okay. Inner belts. Let's just not worry about that, because we need to save some weight. What about inner decks? Just reduce that too. Let's see, what's the resistance of this? 112. That's not amazing base resistance. 69 base. 65 for Dreadnought 4. Yeah. It's okay, I guess. 42 caliber. Can we make these into 45s? There we go. A little bit more range, but not amazing range. Let's see, we're quite a bit overweight, possibly because of the turbo electric drive. 4% overweight with geared turbines, 5% with turbo electric. If I boost the It's kind of pointless. Just makes the ship heavier. $44, $824. Does not make a huge difference. Also not a huge difference. Go down to double bottom and anti-torp 2. That saves quite a bit of weight. Standard shells also saves a bit of weight and reduces the flash fire chance by quite a bit. We have a bit of a 4-weight offset. Let's try and fix that by moving everything further aft. That's a little bit better. You can just plonk that down here in the middle. That's okay. This tower, though, that's a very heavy main tower. They're all kind of heavy, aren't they? I think casemate tower 4. That saves me about 1,000 tons. But also that 10,000 meter spotting range is really one of the best parts of this ship. I don't even think you can get that on the later, more modern battleships. Well, of course you can with radar, but not base. So we're gonna have to reduce things again. Main deck down to 5 inches. That saves quite a bit. Extended belts 5 inches. Not a huge difference, but sure. That also saves a bit of weight. It is noticeably worse though than Hydro 3 when it comes to spotting torpedoes, but we can just hope that this ship would have some destroyer support. What kind of casemates can I put on this? Can you use 8-inch guns? Not historical, but they're nice to have in game. They do fit, but they kind of also just clip through the thing here. 6-inch guns also kind of clip through. I think historically there were 5-inch guns, right? And they do not clip through the deck. Again, with the 4-weight offset though. And you can fit some more 5-inch guns up here. Can you fit doubles? Yes. So these would get the later on with the Mark IV, I guess, you'd get the 5-inch 38 type of turret model. So a little bit overweight again, but can you not mount these on top of here? Yeah, you can, just not on the one with the built-in barbette for some reason. How about the 2-inch gun? No. It's just a thing. Guns mounted on built-in barbettes, for some reason, it's difficult to place, or impossible to place secondaries on top of them, even when you should be able to. Which is a bit weird. You can reduce the range just a tad. Oh, these casemate guns have quite a bit of armor. Probably a little bit more than they need. There we go. That is a ship with a bit of a 4-weight offset. Still, let's try and fix that. It's going to be a little bit overweight momentarily, until I shrink down the citadel again by moving the A turret. Like so. Yeah, 4.8% 4-weight. That's not bad. That's decent. Okay. So that was the US Dreadnought 6. Let's see, Britain also had something new. First, I just want to check if there are any new towers here. No. Still kind of stuck with the same old for the German battleships. Yeah. But yeah, Britain had something new. Compact N3 class. That is supposed to be the Nelson kind of hull. Let's see what we can build here. Let's go with 25 knot top speed. Let's be a bit daring. Interesting tower combination. The funnel complex do not fit on this, which is fair enough. It's supposed to be like mounted in between, I guess. Let's see how it looks like. That's not bad. You can put the tall enhanced funnels on here. There we go. Kind of liking that. As for the barbette, you have the reinforced low profile. Yeah, you can build something very Nelsonian on this. Or you could do a more traditional layout where you have like an ABX layout, maybe even ABXY. I'm liking the new low profile barbettes. They're not way taller than they need to be. I do like the look of this. That's how I would build it. Just because I don't like it. I don't like the look of all forward turret layouts. What kind of tower spotting? Yeah, not bad. Not as good as the Americans, but still pretty good. You could get by with that quite well before you get radar. So that's the compact N3 class. Poor resistance though. Decent hull form. And a max optimal speed of 25 knots. Available from 1919. Let's see, in 1923, Britain gets the experimental large cruiser, a battlecruiser hull with pretty good resistance, 75. Only 90 hull form though, max optimal speed 28 knots. Let's see what we can do here. Okay, you get the same tower as the Nelson, all different flavors of it. Let's go with the slightly smaller one. Save some weight. Oh, the tallest tall funnel does not like that tower. $54 or $58. Not a big difference. Nice. Once again, go with my new favorite barbette, the reinforced low profile. As for guns, let's do 14s. Also, new, oh yeah, I know what we can do here. I can just make it fit. There we go. New quad turret models. That now seem like they always have the same look as the twin and triple turret models, which used to not be the case. But thankfully now it is. There we go. Kind of King George V type of turret layout, but in 1923, and it's a battlecruiser. I can dig that. So that's something you can do with this hull, and that's probably how I would do it. Maybe not with the quads and twins though. I would perhaps just stick with triples, or even just doubles, ABXY with the 4 double turrets, until you get advanced triple turrets. That's how I like to do it. Let's see, with oil 1, yeah, plenty of engine efficiency. Yeah, more than good enough. Can you push this to 30 knots without, yeah, it's a little bit heavier, but it doesn't balloon and give you another 10,000 tons once you reach that breaking point. What is the breaking point for this? 32 knots is doable. I don't think you can go 35. Well, you can. But now the weight is really starting to pack up. Yeah, 36. And you go boom, another 10,000 tons. Almost. So 35 is doable. It's going to cost you a bit in terms of engine displacement, but it's doable. With geared turbines, it's not even that bad. Although you lose out on all the benefits from turbo electric. Let's see, 1929, a bunch of nations got a bunch of new hulls. From 1929, the assault battleship is available to China and Spain. So it should be the same for both nations. And I would have liked to have this in my Chinese campaign. That's a long hull. It's got not terrible base resistance. A little bit worse than the advanced small battleship. That was my Timu class in the Chinese campaign. But better than the experimental battleship, which was my my Xi'an class. Okay, hull form 105, max optimal speed 29 knots. You can make these really speedy, I think. Does it need to be this long though? It's kind of looking goofy with that hull length. Even that is still very long. You get towers with built-in barbettes, and you get this kind of default secondary tower. Okay. You can have a funnel. Oh, that's too wide. I think if we add a little bit of beam to this hull, it would actually look better. I'm typically a fan of sleek looking ships, but this is a bit too narrow maybe. You can add a little bit of draft as well. Now the biggest funnel complex will fit. So you can do like that, or because you're stuck with these secondary towers anyway. The tall funnel is a bit too tall to look good. Let's try and find one that's the same height. Almost. There we go. With oil 1, balanced boilers, and turbo electric, we reach 103% engine efficiency. Although 35 knots might be a little bit too much for this. At 30, we can get away with natural draft boilers, which have they rebalanced how much range you get from turbo electrics? Maybe. Let's go with my my new favorite. As for main guns, 15 is the maximum. So I'd have it something like this. Hang on now. Well, the game says that yes, that works. But we're not gonna do that. That looks goofy. So this would be available for both yeah, because it's low profile, it doesn't actually super fire. How high profile is the high profile barbette? High enough that you can super fire, but also the breakwater is maybe a little bit too wide. It sticks over the side of the hull. It's a very narrow hull though. If we up the beam another little bit. It's still wide. So I would just go with a more normal barbette for this. 90 flash protection. That is very good though. Yeah, we're gonna go into the really big barbettes to get the same. Although this big super imposed barbette, lighter, less target signature, also 90 flash protection, so maybe it's not that impressive. 51 gun caliber length. They look very short and stubby, but the game tells me that no, they're 51s. With 2 powder 1, TNT 2, capped and capped, we get okay range. Are we sure these are actually 51s? Yeah, I guess they are. They look very stubby. I would guess these would be like 35s, maybe? Maybe 40s? Not even that, no. 35. So the gun model looks a lot more stubby than the game tells me it is. Anyway, so this is available to both China and Spain, and I quite like it. It's a decent combination of funnels and towers and stuff like that. Let's see, what else is available in 1929? So this was both for China and Spain. They have the same thing. Let's see, it's the same stats for Spain, right? Yeah. Austria-Hungary has something new in 1929. The small assault battleship, which looks similar. Better resistance, because of course it's Austrian. Do we have the same towers? No, we don't. These are quite lightweight towers. Kind of poor tower spotting for a battleship tower in 1929. But you would get radar with that, so maybe it's not so bad. And Italian funnels. Enhanced turbine funnel. So take maybe one of these. And then the one with the barbette, maybe? Or just two of these. That takes up a lot of lengthwise space, so no. I'd pick these. Like so. Ooh. Interesting. So that is the new Austrian quad gun turret model for 15 and 13-inch guns. Let's just remove this and take a look at the quad gun turret models. For 14s, they look more like that. What's the double 14 look like? This. Okay. And the 15 and the 13 triples are like the Graf Spee and Scharnhorst turret model. That's an interesting look with a gap in between. Let's see, 12. So 12 triple looks like this. 12-inch quad. Interesting. Okay, but otherwise, I think the tower selection here is not the greatest. Just slightly upscaled Italian light cruiser towers with not great tower spotting for a 1929 battleship. Let's see, what else comes in 1929? Russian assault battlecruiser. Assault battlecruiser, there we go. 87,500 tons. Although the shared design maxes out at 86. Close enough. I think this is the new biggest battlecruiser hull available in the game. Max optimal speed 31 knots. Hull form is pretty good. I think we can push that to 32 quite easily. So we get these main towers. And the triangular tower, which is the one you want if you want spotting range. Let's see, 36 aiming speed, 42 long range accuracy, 17.5 base accuracy. Yeah. So this one has a little bit better accuracy stats. This one actually has better torpedo spotting. 42 long range accuracy, 41. Okay. Okay. So this one, if you want to go more close in fighting. This one, if you want to spot further away and also have better long range accuracy. Looks very dinky though on such a big hull. What's the 92 base resistance? So this has okay, yeah. This has replaced the more default-ish fast battleship hull. Because I think the Soviets had that. Same as a lot of other nations. The one that had just a weird mishmash of different towers. You can do like that, or like this, I guess. We have a matching main and secondary tower. A little bit of a gap. You can't get them all the way together without the game throwing a fit. That's the highest funnel cap, 75. Single thick funnel. That doesn't fit there. Very tall funnels. Still too close? There we go. So what do the Soviet turret models look like now? So we got these as the 16 inch. Okay. For 15s, we get this, which we've had in the game forever. Same with the 14s. And with 13s, it's back to these models. Yeah, 13s are Mark 4. 9s are Mark 5. What the Mark 5s look like. Tiny. Same model for Mark 4 and 5. Alright. That's a huge hull. What to do with all this length? Let's go with the high profile barbette. Do like an ABXY. Find something to put in between here, because that's a very, very... We're gonna do Q turret. I mean, what else to do with this long hull? Yeah, we're doing Q turret. Engine efficiency is poop, but we can fix that, kind of. Not really, but mostly. If you only go 30 knots, yeah. So let's move this a little bit further up. Got a bit of a 4-weight offset. We can fix that. I want super firing secondary guns. Can still turn all the way around. Alright. Secondary guns. Ooh, wow. Interesting. Interesting. 7-inch quad turret model. Not available for the 8-inch. So maybe like so. I mean, gotta make use of these new turret models, right? If we have them. Do the 6-inch turret? No, not fit on the barbette slots here. 4-inch? Yeah, they fit. Nice. I like the look of that. And there's still a lot of displacement left over. So let's just build my typical ship design. Keep an eye on that flash fire chance. What kind of Resistance do we have now? 160. Not bad. Actually increased HE on the secondaries. See, these are 51s. We need, of course, increased ammo. Heavy shells. Flash-fire shells down to 3.9. Got 10,000 tons to play with. It is adding up quickly, but still. Let's add a bit of armor on this. Gonna need some deck armor in 1929. Deck pen is getting up there. Still lots of weight to play with. Kind of do 16 for the entire belt. I mean, it's an assault battleship, assault battle cruiser. So it should be assaulting. Conning tower armor is capped at 12.8. Oh, these 7-inch turrets don't need that much armor, do they? What kind of range do they have? 40 caliber length. Not a lot of range. Let's see, 51 gun caliber length. Can we make them 55s? Yeah, we can. Let's make these 45s. There we go. Get a little bit more range out of these. These are super short. Oh, they don't quite like to be that long. Well, they don't fit. But I think, yeah, 17 is the maximum. If I just turn it like that, now everything fits. Yeah, 40 caliber lengths. There we go. Still weight left over. $4 billion battle cruiser. What to do with the remaining displacement though? And it's pretty perfectly balanced as well. I mean, we're going with quad turrets, right, for like a theme. Sadly, they don't fit a lot of places. You can fit these here. They're kind of like intended barbette slots. How about is this even possible? Or will it cause problems? I'd have to spread them out more to make that work. Like the main and secondary tower. But you could conceivably, moving all of this further forwards, fit another main gun turret here in the middle would look weird probably, but I'm just gonna have this here. I'm not gonna have that turret. And now we're a bit overweight. But only a little bit. And we have more 7-inch secondary firepower. Liking it. I'm liking it. Yeah, I need to reduce some weight. That's still pretty thick for an half belt armor. There we go. Good enough. Just as a testing ship. Very long though. Strange with the Q turret. I don't typically do a lot of Q turret stuff. Except maybe on some Japanese hulls, because they are also insanely long very often. Let's see. So that was that. I think it was 1920. Yeah, we built something. Let's go back to. Do we have? Yeah, this one can do 14s. Just as a thumbnail picture, I think. Just wanted to pick the turrets with the orange roof armor, because it looks a little bit more interesting. There we go. A brief look at some of the new hulls available in the game. Might as well save this. Yeah, we built it all the way up. Yeah, it is playable. Just to round it off, let's take a look at some of the 1890 Chinese stuff. I said I wouldn't, but since we're here, I think some of them were available in 1891. Yeah, lots of new ironclad stuff. So hulls like these. It's interesting with the offset main gun turret mounts. And the experimental turret ship we've had in game for a while. Small ironclad. Yeah, 1890 stuff for you. Light cruiser with a max optimal speed of 16 knots, but that was still faster than a sailing ship. And Battleship 1. Which, if you max out the displacement, you get space for a turret in between here. So you can actually do 3 main gun turrets. That's based on the, I forget the class name, a German battleship of the era, I think. We fit 2 of these. And you can fit multiples of these. There we go. So if you're into 1890 stuff, then there's some stuff for you here. Mast tower for when you want to set sail. How does this look with the turrets? Oh, 12-inch don't fit. Are there no, like, room for these? Cannot build. Shipyard size. That's the minimum size, even. Oh, there we go. You get more turret slots. And a free mast. So the secondary guns fit on the center line. Can you just not put a turret on this? Oh, side guns, of course. I'm just dumb. Yeah, I think 12 is a little bit too much. Of course, side guns, yeah. That makes sense. Well, that is an interesting layout for 1891. Yeah, 4 double turrets. Very doable. You can have almost Dreadnought-like firepower. Mark 1 guns though, but still. Do they fit 11s? Yeah. Yeah. I mean, not bad, except for all the parts of it that is kind of bad. Like the very slow optimal speed and all the other things. And the 1750 meter tower spotting, but yeah, you can make it do with this. Oh, yeah, you don't even have rangefinders in 1891. Yeah, that was a quick look at some of the new hulls and gun models available in patch 1.7. So this will be fun to play with. And especially as this is the supposedly the last major patch ever for this game. I think there's going to be some hotfix patches and stuff coming in though. There always is after a major patch. The game should probably now be in such a stable state that playing with mods is going to be much easier, because you don't have to worry about the game patching all the time and breaking your mod. So it's going to be interesting to see how the Dreadnought Improvement Project by Brother Munro progresses through this. Because that mod, again, lets you supposedly use some different towers for different hulls that you can't use in vanilla, which is going to be interesting. So I'm looking forward to that, and in a couple of weeks starting a new campaign. Goodbye, and take care.